What's up, everybody? Jukebox Hero 199 coming at you live from inside the Forza 4 my computer studios. And I got with me my good friend Primo, my good friend JDM Panda Kun, and we're going to have a Forza 5 kind of quasi Xbox One conversation about what we're mad about in Forza 5, lack of content, as everyone's heard. And we're just going to have a discussion about the new Xbox along with Forza 5 and shit like that. So first off, I'm going to go with Panda. What's your kind of disappointments with the game of what you've seen so far? And what are you looking forward to? And what do you think they've done a good job on?
Well, so far, like, I'm kind of upset about the whole weather thing and the obvious 200 car disc 1 14 track disc 1 content. That just looks like a big disappointment. But, you know, I say that blindly, not knowing what's to come with the online download that you're supposed to have to go through when you get the game home. You know, that's what is there, I guess, instead of the second disc. I don't really know what to expect from it. But so far, just looking at it at face value, it looks a little disappointing, to be honest. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
For sure. You were also telling me earlier that, like, you actually played the game at GameStop, and you said the physics and the new tire system feels really crisp. Is that one thing you think they've done pretty well, or are you kind of like, maybe that's not going to be enough?
Well, you know, they've you know, kept the building stones there, and they're still trying to make it better and better, and it seems like the foundation is there for a great sim for the next gen. We'll just have to see what happens with the DLC that we're going to be going through and everything, what's going to be coming to us. But, you know, if they were in a hurry to get things done, they just slap whatever they could on the disc at the time to keep you there until they start feeding the shit, or maybe they depended on the online download you have to go there to really get the rest of the game. Like, that's not clear, but as far as the way the game handled, it was nice. I liked it. It was good.
All right, Primo. Same question to you, my man. What's your opinion? Primo alert.
My opinion, dude. I hope there's an FC. I hope that's my fucking opinion. I need Fujimi Kaido. I need Nuremberg. You know, I hope they get these tracks in there. If they're not in there, I hope they're addable DLC, I guess. But either way, I guess I'll be happy at the end of the day with a new game, new console. But, you know, let's just smoke weed and race. But what are your opinions?
Well, I'm bitterly disappointed with the lack of Fujimi Kaido in the game. And it's like a biggest mindfuck ever. The track that really, in my opinion, made the game what it is today, just being gutted out of the franchise. I don't know, hopefully they add some kind of mountain road, maybe Fujimi Kaido's run its course or whatever. Hopefully they add another good mountain road with the same quality as Fujimi. Not really sure, but that really, that kind of breaks my heart that it's not in there. Don't know what their plans are as far as mountain roads, but that's the main track I've cared about the last two Forza games, so it sucks.
Now, one thing, you know, I can say is that, you know, playing the tracks over and over for hundreds and hundreds of hours over Forza 4, it did get old. There's a lot of people out there that can agree on that fact. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of sad to see some of the tracks go. But the most important thing to me is that they are adding new tracks. The tracks that they do have on there that are starting or fresh, they've been updated. You know, and that's going to bring a new experience. And, you know, if nothing else, if they plan on sending us a bunch of tracks and DLC or whatever, then we have something to go on. You know, it's 14 tracks we have at the moment, but yet we do have new tracks, and it is going to be fresh with the
most beautiful graphics from a console I think I've ever seen. Can't forget about that, even though everyone knows that. But what was your impression of the graphics when you were playing the game? What did you think?
Well, the TV wasn't the greatest quality that I had for the display, but I mean, like, straight up, it looked good. You know, one thing I've kind of wondered, and I actually talked to the manager at that GameStop I worked at, Ronald. He's a great guy, but I was wondering about, like, emissions of vehicles. You know, like, how does he think to actually be able to see any of that? And he didn't really know either. So I mean, like that's one thing I kind of wondered.
Speaking of emissions, dude, what I was thinking about was like I was hoping for I'm hoping for some type of accelerator on the simulation or like tire simulation and the field simulation. I hope like there's some type of accelerator so like there's more opportunities to fit, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I agree. That'd be a great feature.
Well, with the open world race and everything, you can only hope that there'd be something to that effect because, I mean, like, well, what's a good sim race without having to pit? I mean, like, you're going to get low on fuel, you're going to use up your tires.
That's what real sim racing is, like what you see on the PC.
There's fucking, there's like pit crew guys. Pit crew guys.
I saw something slightly about that, yeah. Did it look detailed at all, or is it kind of just like, you know, more evolved?
It looked random as fuck. It looked like kind of like a hint.
Yeah, just like a basic crew pit thing that happens every time you pit, no matter the class of vehicle or the track and stuff like that. Was it kind of like that?
Yeah, something like that.
That's cool. At least that's a step in the right direction. I've always like thought like over the years that like at least in Forza 4, like most circuit lobbies, like every track's like 3 laps. Nürburgring, like Nordschleife 1 lap. Like that's not really like hardcore racing. Like if there's no pit stop or there's no pit strategy, like that adds such a more competitive advantage to the game. It's hopefully they'll have something playlists with bigger lap races and stuff, more catered to a more like a more realistic setting of a race, which I'm all for.
Well, yeah, definite for sure. You know, the way that they're utilizing Drivatar and they brought it back, it looks really good. Like it brings a new interesting feature. I mean, yeah, everyone's time is going to be spent online gaming.
Yeah,
just
I know I will be.
Need to see how much more of a challenge, you know, we're going to have out of the single play.
With the Drivatar brings like a cool thing of like, you know, you're challenging other drivers that drive like you and your friends, but like how does that affect like you know, how does the campaign like flow? Is it gonna be like, oh, there's like a grid with all these events? Like how is it gonna be more dynamic than what it was even with Drivatar? I mean, AI being better is always good every game, but like how's that gonna affect like the campaign experience overall?
It's actually not gonna be like a thing where it's gonna like you're gonna be racing against their ghost or like their style. It's gonna evolve and create its like own style, you know?
Well,
that'd be cool.
It brings a whole new perspective. I can understand what you're saying there, yeah. Like, you know, instead it's like all your friends are there with you every step of the way through every race, and you're competing. You're competing to see who can nudge out the top on that. I think it's going to push some veterans to come to be a little bit better, to try a little bit harder, because you're going to have those leaderboards there. Hey, you know, it's staying step by step of the way.
So yeah, it's how much better your rivals are than you is going to be way more in your face than it used to be in like different levels or like different portions of the game. Is that kind of what you're going for, saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, let's talk about some of the track emissions we're all pissed off. We already touched on Fujimi Kaido, Nürburgring supposedly coming out January, and Nürburgring GP. And also, I heard there's no Tsukuba. I don't think there's going to be Twin Ring Motegi. Don't quote me on that. Also, you know, what else are we missing? No Suzuka. I think I just said that. I'm retarded. But like, there are some track emissions. Maple Valley. I don't know. I think Camino Viejo's in there. Alps is in there. I don't even know why they put Alps back in there. And I don't think anybody really thought that was a significant track whatsoever. But like, how does that change the way you guys think about Forza and the tracks you raced and drift on like for so long? You know, Primo, go.
Fujimi Kaido?
No, we're talking about the other tracks like Tsukuba and some of the other like Maple and shit.
I learned how to drift onto Tsukuba. So you did. Tsukuba is very close to my heart, and I'm sure a lot of people on Forza learned how to drift on to Scuba?
For sure, yeah. I know I did. Fucking A, I did. Yeah.
I actually honestly can't remember.
Can't remember. But I could almost guarantee it was to Scuba because, you know, I'm joking, I don't know. But, you know, I'm pretty sure 5 out of 10.
Well, I mean, regardless of the fact, Scuba is the most iconic drift track when it comes to Forza. I mean, like, that's what a lot of people fall back to, it's a lot of people come back to, it's always Scuba. Scuba has...
So it was always there.
It's a nice link.
But simple in a perfect way, you know what I mean? Like,
totally, I totally understand that.
It's completely great, you know, for tandem. And
yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I mean,
honestly, you couldn't really ask for much more.
Yeah. That's another thing that it seems like I don't know why, it seems like toge and drifting, like how big the influence is and how many people do that in Forza. Everyone on my friends list, I don't know, like just people that just strictly circuit race. I don't know those types of people on the game. Maybe there's a big following out there, maybe there isn't. But it seems like all the new added tracks and compared to the tracks they took out is all circuit race basing and not like based on drifting and toge racing. And obviously they took Fujimi out. We touched on that, but that seems like a big misstep for Turn 10. Maybe they don't fully realize the influence drifting and maybe a little bit of mountain racing has on, you know, the Forza community. Do you guys feel that way, or do you think they care, or you know what do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I know that I care. I mean, it's a big deal to me. Fucking Fujimi Kaido is like life and death. You know, that's my favorite. I might have fucking learned how to drift onto Scuba, but my favorite track is definitely the new downhill, and has been for a long time. I'm not saying I don't get tired of it, and there's not time for a new or whatever, but it'd be nice to always be able to look back on Fujimi and be like, yeah, I still love the new downhill from Forza 3 or whatever.
For sure. Yeah, like those emissions, like they bite, man, but like maybe there'll be like DLC with other mountain roads and other drift tracks that could be even cooler that they'll add. I hope so. I'm not hopeful about it, but it's possible. I don't know. Moving on, what do you guys think, like, you know, Turn 10 in the studio, they have this like release, you know, console launch date to make, and they got to bring the game out by this. They have this amount of time, this sort of resource, they're going to pay this amount of money. You know, what's their motivation, and what's really stopped the content from coming out on day one? Like, what is in the heads of Turn 10? Why are they held down by Microsoft? Is it purely a Microsoft thing, or is it a thing within their own studio? Panda, your opinion?
well, I mean, they're trying to utilize to their fullest, you know, the technology of Xbox One. They were rushed. They had, you know, quotas that they had to make or whatever. Sure, I'm not too versed in all the specifications of everything, but I can tell you straight up that, like, with the new system, doors are going to be open to how content is going to be incorporated other than off base of the disc. Now, we can run in circles around and around about how they're just trying to pull money out of everybody, but I mean, in the end, if things change to where it's just by the DLC season and DLC comes indefinitely, I mean, they may be trying to try new techniques and adding on to the game, because I mean, like, one disc can only hold so much. It doesn't matter, you know, how good they get. They can only pack so much in a one disc. But I mean, like, if you have a game, you can update freely. If you can update openly, just the possibilities just broaden so much. And
Yeah, maybe that's like maybe not such the focus on the first Forza game. Maybe some with first-person shooters. We've kind of seen this with Call of Duty Ghosts. Like, there's no theater mode. Certain game modes are taken. Maybe the focus isn't necessarily on content, and we can bring the same content that you guys have been expecting. Maybe it's like about evolving the content, making the content higher quality. Maybe like Microsoft games haven't been like that recently. But maybe that's the direction. It's just like make everything really polished and more innovative instead of like bringing out awesome content off the get-go. Maybe they'll, like every console will take time to develop those type of games later on in the lifespan of the console. Seems to me, maybe.
It has to be through trial and error. I'm sure that like if things would have come out differently and Forza 5 ended up differently, people would find other things to bitch about.
Yeah, that's how it always is. Like with your developer, if you go this way, you're gonna hurt these people. You can't please everybody in a game, in anything.
That's very true. And the only way you can truly solve the problem, get the best approval rate, the best purchase rates, make the best money, is through trial and error.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to kind of see how it goes, see how it really pans out in the end. Yeah, it may be hated at first, it may turn into something beautiful. We don't know that yet. I mean,
for sure, yeah.
All to be seen.
Great point. I totally agree.
Consoles, are just now getting here.
Yeah.
I mean, and to be honest with you, like I'm trying to keep an open mind about all this. I'm trying to stay positive about it. But at the end, like as far as what I played in the demo, it plays pretty good. I mean, we're just really gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to wait it out. We ain't long to go.
Tough it out. Tough mutter. Primo, like as far as like the studio's concerned, like do you think this is gonna be the start of like the next gen Forza brilliance? Are they gonna keep going with this franchise and make it really awesome, keep going? Or is it kind of going to be like the beginning of the end, based on Microsoft's, control over the series? What do you think?
It don't matter to me. Honestly, it doesn't matter. But like, I'll go with whatever game I feel comfortable with. If that's Gran Turismo 6,
yeah, that gives you what you want. Basically, what it is.
If I ain't getting what I want, I don't.
Yeah, then you find the next best thing. Maybe it's not as good as the older games or whatever you play. You just.
I heard the wheel's not even gonna work. That $500, $600 wheel they just came out with.
Yeah, what, the Thrustmaster one?
No. The fuck.
The Fanatic? Oh gosh. Uh-oh. Lagger dagger. Are you guys still there? What the fuck just happened? The world is preventing me from making this video, I swear. Alright, come back to the party. We're jumping back in the party. Gonna get some boozy. Yo, what the fuck? Video's still rolling. Yeah. That was weird.
Yeah.
The world hates my creativity.
Let Jukebox take that shit.
Okay, we were.
Make it a race for fucking Jukebox, man.
So you're gonna parlay it so I can win or what?
Exactly. But I want it to be interesting though.
All right. Guess I'll start trying now.
You know how like, they make the crazy ass videos where like they're all up in your like right fucking tail and you do. They're like right there.
We're just having shenanigans. I don't even know. We've been for the people out there that are gonna watch this. And we worked on the sound settings for like a fucking hour, trying to get everyone's voices in the game volume right because I'm playing through both like speakers and TV. So like. Shit is like pretty difficult. Like I'm terrible when it comes to audio, so forgive us if it doesn't sound great. Anyway, I mean, what else? I mean, you kind of touched on everything. Like, yeah, the lack of content is total fucking shit. We're kind of pissed off about it. But I guess on the same grounds, the new content could be just as brilliant, and the quality of the game could still really be there, and the replayability could still be there, like it was with Forza 4. In closing statements. Primo, what are you most looking forward to in Forza 4? Like, what's it gonna be like one of the first things you want to do when you get the game?
Oh,
what do you
think I want to do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see variety of cars, like the honest to god variety.
Yeah.
And what taste did they go? Did they satisfy? This time is it the Americans again, or is it
Europeans? Yeah. For sure, man.
More American muscle cars, just like it.
Yeah.
I'm a JDM fan, so.
A lot of us are, man. I don't know. Well, Panda, what are your closing statements about Forza 5? Just break it down for me. Just tell me what you
I
think,
think a lot
dude.
of people are walking into this thought process with Forza 5 under the assumption of how things have been in the past with Forza, the tracks as they were in the past with Forza. We all fall victim to that to some bit, but I mean, like, I got to think that Forza's looking to the future. They're looking to make something different. They're not wanting to let the past hold on to them. I mean, as we've seen with the tracks, with the cars, with everything all together, I think they're trying to look.
It's time to move forward.
Yeah,
New console, it's a new generation. It's time for new shit. You know, we need to. I see the way you're thinking forward.
I agree with that totally. Like I'm like a couple days ago, me and Primo and Panda to a certain extent were just bitching. We were so mad about everything. I think we've had a way more objective opinion on shit in this video, but yeah, it sucks. There's gonna be some features in there off the bat that we're not gonna have, and there's gonna be a void there. But maybe at the end of the day, we'll get some of that shit back. The game will be awesome. Physics on a whole new level. Graphics will be fucking sick. So we'll just keep trucking along here, trying to fucking squeeze what we can out of this Forza franchise. I'm about to throw up because I'm so like drawn out. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Please put in the comments what your feelings of Forza 5. Are you fed up with the Microsoft method of making games? Are you your opinions on Turn 10 Studio, what you think about Forza 5 from what you've seen so far? Break it down, let me know. This has been from Jukebox Hero 199, JDM Panda Primo, and we'll see you fucking later.